And we're live.
Okay, guys, we're live for the next edition in person. We got the three amigos here, joined by Ryan. So, yeah. So I feel like we need some like Three Amigos music. But anyways, we'll work on that for next time. Some like pump up music. So, yeah, let's jump right in. And he's gone. Okay, Ryan's gone. So it's just us. So
now it is the Three Amigos.
Now it literally is the Three Amigos. So let's just jump right in. So I think we have three things on the docket today. First, we are going to review Dan's art. Next, we're going to play our most recent game. And then lastly, I'm going to show you guys how to make a game in just a couple of minutes. So yeah, Dan, why don't you take it away?
I always love starting with art because it's really exciting. The brief update is that we have a lot of artists working for us now, and sorry, I'm blocking Nico's blurry head.
I'm the background today. Slightly blurry. I'm comfortable this way.
But anyway, the exciting thing is we are
ready to share.
Yeah, you can go ahead and share. We're making a lot of progress. So we have a bunch of artists cranking on lots of assets for multiple scenes that we're working on simultaneously. This is just a brief shot of our Trello board. And again, each column represents a different phase that a piece of asset has to move through. Each of these phases should be very familiar to anyone who watched the car tutorial that we posted. And the cool thing is, like, everybody just loves working in this style. Like, it's just, we're moving really fast. We're able to hit the ground running really quick. And there's the status update is last time we talked, I was showing some props of the the bar scene, and now that scene is completely done, and now we're moving on, with other scenes.
Maybe tease what the scene looks like if you just jump into the game real quick.
Yeah. So this is it. This is where we arrived. And actually, I can jump to this tweet. We've been sharing tweets of progress stuff as we've been working on things. And if you remember, this is how the scene started. This was the initial concept that we started with. And then we went and broke out each of these things and turned them into these 2.5D assets. And here's the final. And now you can run around and play a game with them, which we'll be doing in a moment. So that's really cool. I wanted to show some other scenes too that we're working on. Last time we streamed, we play tested a game called what are we calling it? Pitch VC or whatever? What's
VC from Hell?
VC from Hell. We demoed that game, but that was using a bunch of asset pack art. And we are going through the process now of converting that one to use our art style. So this is one of the early concepts that have come in that we're in the process of finaling. So we'll probably in our next weekly stream, we'll showcase what that one looks like when it's all done. But also, I've mentioned this before. It's not just about individual scenarios that we're interested in. We want to make sure every new scenario that we work on is kind of a Lego box of pieces that people can use to make any type of scenario that they want. So these scenes kind of represent categories of props, really, that we want to add to the platform. So in addition to that one VC room, we are also doing an entire office set, complete with like different types of rooms. So this one's a conference room that Stefano concepted for us, and this one is like the open work floor for a company called VC Incorporated.
I want to work there. Yeah, good VC name. If there's any VCs listening in, just call it VC Inc.
So there's going to be a lot of fun props that allow you to make really fun environments pretty soon for any sort of office setting that you might have in mind. And then looking even more forward, we're thinking of new scenarios. This is an early concept for something that we have a lot of
a secret project.
Oh, you don't want me to go into detail?
It's a secret project. We'll call it HT, Project HT, but you can talk about the art.
Okay, I won't mention the gameplay, but yeah, it's at its core, we want kind of a living environment that you can progress through from, really cheap, like broken down sort of stuff, all the way through more ritzy, expensive stuff, so that we can allow different types of gameplay on the platform. Maybe something more similar to The Sims, right? So that's coming along. And then I also wanted to show a few specific props that I thought were just really fun that we put together. So this is one that a lot of different artists participated in. Nixa did the original 2D, and then it was the 3D modeling was done by Teva, I believe. But what I love about this GIF is it kind of shows, like I posted that long tutorial of how to make our 2.5D assets. And this is just like that same tutorial, but in the tiniest GIF possible. So it shows how if you split apart our assets, these are the parts that create our assets to make them look 3D-ified. So that's fun. And then we also, I think I showcased the arcade cabinet last time. I can't quite remember, but I posted that arcade cabinet and said, hey, I would love to feature other people's like indie games.
You go full screen on that?
Can I? Yes. Okay. I just thought it'd be super cool to actually feature real like indie games from my network in our game. And so Nitrome reached out and said we could do a couple of their games, and it's super cool. So this is Super Leap Day, and we also have Bomb Chicken. And these animations are just so fun that
I love how the cabinet shakes when they're hitting a bomb.
Oh yeah!
Imagine if a real arcade cabinet had that much haptic feedback.
I love it. I love it. And I was actually, that's a really good point, because I just love the idea of animations telling a story. This is just a simple wine fridge that goes in our bar scene. And it would have been so easy to just like animate a hinge rotating, but Boom went above and beyond and like added a story to this with that animation. It's like a sticky door, and you have to use some effort to open it. And it reminds me of so much of what I loved about playing Cyan games like Myst and Riven, is that each of the animations is just imbued some sort of story to it. And I know our game is very much a different aesthetic. It's much more playful and stuff, but it's still true that people enjoy, like, the moment to moment interactions with the world should feel really fun and enjoyable. And then lastly is I wanted to show this, which we kind of did it in reverse order, but we've finalized this scene. So
yeah,
should we
wait, Dan, can I ask, what's your favorite piece of art in the scene and why?
Oh man, oh that's tough. I probably the arcade cabinet, just because I want to do so many versions of it. The one that I really want to do that I haven't gotten permission yet for is Nidhogg. That is by far, like, that's what I want to have on this thing for sure. But so many of them are just so fun. Like that wine fridge went from something that was just kind of a generic prop to something that was instantly my favorite, just because it showed to me how much joy we can insert into every interaction. Oh, and by the way, like, the interactions aren't just flavor. They should, our goal with these props is that you should be able to construct these scenes, drop in these props into your world, and they become part of the story that unfolds with the characters in the world. The characters will be able to use them by default and evolve the stories. Like, oh, like, there's a tip on the counter. If you take it, maybe the bartender will care, or if you can eat some food, and like, people will be just naturally doing that because they're hungry. And so you end up with this living world just by default, by just dragging a bunch of stuff in. We're not quite to that point yet, but we're getting there, and it's exciting.
Don't tell these two, but I'm actually modeling the mass and the volume of the liquid in the stomachs as you eat, and to determine if you're hungry or not.
So you're going Dwarf Fortress on us.
Yes,
it's cool, man.
Like, it will probably get rolled back a little bit, but we'll see. I'm trying to see what happens. We'll see what happens.
And that's actually a pretty big common misconception that we get a lot when we're talking about our game. They see our game and people assume that, oh, you basically skinned a chatbot, but really under the hood, it's so much more going on, and it's something that I actually feel really proud of, and it's a lot of amazing tech has gone under the hood to do what Nico has described, which is to simulate needs and wants and desires of these characters to motivate them to behave in certain ways. And we're still fine-tuning that and working on that to be more expressive in the scenarios that we're building. But it's going to be a huge part of what makes games on Incite so immersive. It's not just a language model. The language model is what allows the characters to talk for sure. And it also lets us do some fuzzy assessments of things that you can't normally do algorithmically. But so much of it is also just a really deep simulation under the hood.
Cool. So I think that's it for Art Corner. So I think let's move on to the second agenda item today. So we're gonna demo / preview the pickup artist. Maybe let's try like 2 different ones, go up to 2 different characters. And normally I think we'd switch it up and have someone else do it. But Dan, since you're in the pole position here, why don't we have you run this one? And then for the last one, I'll take over and do the tutorial.
Okay, sounds good. So here we have our bar scene, and we have a whole set of characters that each have very interesting costumes. And so the goal of this scenario is to try to get somebody to go on a date with you.
And just for a little backstory, we have another version of this that's like more serious. But we, from the learning from our last with the vampire one and from seeing some other games, is like we really just want to make this like fun, quick, and really like easy for people to like generate shareable moments. And so we think leaning in on making these characters extra interesting / weird is what we believe is gonna get the best results for people to like create funny moments that they might want to share.
Yeah, 100%. And just to reiterate something from before, like this is still a work in progress scene. Like the art is finished, but the gameplay is not. We're going to keep pushing forward on the gameplay.
Well, Nico's, filling people's stomachs up, and so we need more movement, right? So we want the scene to feel like the characters are walking around, they're playing with the jukebox, they're serving drinks.
And you say the art is finished except the characters, right? The characters are still on the to-do list there.
That is a good point. So we have a lot of great progress on the environment side, but we do want to replace the characters, and we're working on a character customization system that is just for us, that looks more like this boy character, this red hat character that we lovingly call not Dan. But these other characters in the scene are asset pack characters. So
the custom shader, though, they look better, but they're too small for all the props.
Yep, they work, but they will be replaced. So anyway, I just wanted to give that context that right now there's going to be a lot more that's going to come to the scene, but it is still fun today, just through conversation. So you can still talk to all of the characters right now and play the game and win the game. So that's what we'll try to do. Ryan, who do you think we should talk to? We got this shady looking character over here. We got a pirate character.
The one in the cat costume.
What the hell?
Of course.
I didn't know I can do that. Okay, that's something.
Cat costume all the way.
Okay.
And by the way, we got JT2 Munchie, one of our content creator friends, has helped make some stuff on our game. He says, "What is this? I want in." He says he wants to put a little him in the corner. Maybe we could sort that out.
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
All right, so let's talk to this cat character over here. Now we could type, but I think it's much more interesting to just use the mic in and voice out. So let's see.
Ask her why she's dressed like that.
That's an interesting outfit. Why are you dressed that way?
Okay.
Oh, meow, dear player. This is simply how I am. Perhaps you find it odd, but I find it quite cozy and normal.
What are you, a furry or something?
Ryan had to mute himself.
Meow, I can see how you might think that, but it's not quite as simple. I just feel a deep affinity for cats and express myself in this manner.
Tell her that sounds like a furry.
Yeah, that does sound like a furry. Are you just in denial?
Your guys' dating game is very, very rusty. I'm just like,
oh, no,
no,
meow.
We gotta knock her down.
I rather enjoy the implication of mystery, don't you?
Let's not
label things too hastily, perhaps.
Just tell her that we understand and we really love cats ourselves. So
yeah, I love cats too. It's okay. Do you know how to speak cat language?
Meow. Funnily enough, I do. A little purr here, a meow there. It's a delightfully subtle language.
All right. Well, I have a very important question for you, and I'm going to ask it to you in your native tongue, and hopefully you'll say yes. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow meow. I appreciate the effort, Perrups, but your translation is not perfect. Could you ask again in human language?
Ask her if she'll go on a date. Let's wrap
Okay.
this one up.
Well, I'm sorry about my accent, but I'm asking if you'll go on a date with me.
Oh meow, you certainly are direct. Let's
Oh.
say I'd prefer not.
Oof.
I do appreciate the offer though.
Woof, 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 woof.
You
I'm barking like a dog. Woof, woof.
you guys can remain friends. It's fine.
Play barking like
Hiss.
Okay, it didn't quite get
Oh,
going.
how frightful.
You've been rejected, man. Let's
Okay,
go.
No more dog sounds pearlies. They ruffle my fur.
All right.
Let's go to the pirate. Let's go to the pirate.
All right.
Okay, wait. I have a question.
Yeah.
When can we expect different voices?
I just made a ticket on that. Soon.
Okay.
You just nag Drew. It's on him. Tell
Okay.
him go code faster.
Come on, Drew.
I mean, it should be a very easy,
Yeah.
thing to tweak.
Yeah. Not too bad.
But okay, so talking to the pirate. Hey there, matey. No, it didn't get it. Matey. There we go. Sometimes I have to hit enter.
Your hat is
Hi there, player.
Can you step-
What brings you to old Captain Venus?
Yes.
Oh, Captain Venus.
So I got
Okay, here you go.
I'm in search of booty.
Of course.
Ye came to the right captain, matey.
Oh.
The endless search for booty is what stirred the captain's heart to sail the seven seas.
Wow. Where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go?
I think you're on a roll, man.
Okay. Let's see here. So the endless search for booty is.
No.
How about we go?
Wait.
Hold on a second. Hold on. It something about your chest has a great goldenrod.
No. Okay, let's keep this PG-13. Okay. Let's see here. So we got booty.
Let's
Okay.
walk the plank to go get coffee or something. Come on, guys.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, well, let's yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, do it.
Ready? Tell me when you're
I'm
ready.
not gonna. I gotta get more. Let's see here. So
Party.
okay, no. So I got really distracted there. So they said they're an endless search of booty. Okay, I got it. Hey, how about you join me on an adventure to get some booty? That was a bad one, but anyways.
I mean, it's straightforward.
An adventure, ye say? The
That's all
captain's
I did.
always
Oh,
ready
that
to
one.
hoist the Jolly Roger for some
No,
rich
booty is
booty.
wild.
All aboard, matey.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Do you want to walk the plank with me? I.e., go on a date? Oh, all right, whatever. Let's see here.
Sometimes you do need to be specific with
A
that.
date, ye say? Well, it be true the captain's heart yearns for adventure. But 'tis the sea that holds my devotion.
No.
Oh man.
You
No
guys-
walking the plank for the captain today, matey.
On your game.
Now the fun part about this is each character does have their own backstory, as you've seen. Like the person that's dressed like a cat thinks she's a cat, and part of the fun of the game is trying to learn their backstories and their quirks and see what things would actually convince them to go on a date with you. And this can get really deep, so we've set this up in a very simple way where you can,
Let's not share the backstories for them though. This
okay. I won't share the backstory, but the point is you can easily just modify each character to be as deep or as shallow as you want them to be.
Why don't we do the tutorial now?
Okay. Yeah.
If you
No, that's a
can
good idea.
Switch chairs with me because I
Yeah.
don't want to like reach over you.
Yep.
Just 1 second, guys. Okay. Can we move this?
What?
Just I
You
can't.
want this out of the way?
Yeah, I can't really type or just yeah. I'm gonna try to type using Dan's keyboard, so I'm gonna probably make mistakes. But yeah, let's jump in here. Sorry. Yeah, Ryan.
Well, I was just gonna confirm. So if folks are watching this and they want to try it, how long roughly do you think until like our content creator friends could give it a whirl?
They can do it now. So they can play this game right now at inciteworlds.com. And then secondly, they can start making their own scenes or editing scenes right now also.
We don't guarantee it's bug free. It's got plenty of bugs, but we're working as fast as
So
we can.
yeah.
And
Bugs
they
have a lot of
to
protein
be,
though, so it's okay. They're good for you.
And they have to be whitelisted, right, Friday?
Yes.
Yeah,
But if you join our Discord, we're happy. If you're a creator and you want to, you know, get involved, just join the Discord. If maybe Ryan, if you can drop that link somewhere I can share.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
JT2,
Anyway.
if you're out there, you can play right now, man.
Yeah.
If you have
yeah.
any trouble, just email me. Let me know.
Oh yeah. And I don't think we promoted his video very much, but yeah, we got to get him. We'll promote you next time, man. Your next video, we got to push it out. Because yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. I actually would really be curious to see him play the next one. So anyways, let's jump into the tutorial. So what I want to show you is how can you create a basic game right now today in just a couple of minutes. So to get started, there's basically 5 steps to do this. I'm going to go back here actually real quick. Because first, you need to have an idea for a concept that you want to explore. You create some interesting characters. Then you create a scene with the props that you need. Next, you're going to create a convince gate. And then lastly, you need to create an end game state. And so for the convince gate real quick, Dan, do you want to maybe go in on the convince gate and these just language gates in general?
Yeah. So I think language gates are extremely powerful. It's one of the ways that people can code gameplay in the scene without knowing how to be a programmer. So like right here, we're going to be demonstrating a convince gate, basically a language gate that lets you code scenarios that revolve around you convincing somebody to do something. And algorithmically, if you were to try to engineer that, traditionally, it's an impossible task, because there's an infinite number of ways that you can convince somebody. But with language gates, it's like a new coding primitive that we're really excited by, because it lets you make really fuzzy assessments like that very easily. And you can go as simple or as rich as you want them to be, and get infinite gameplay possibilities, results out of it. So when I say that we have a deep simulation, that's true. And when I say that we're using language models for driving conversation, that's also true. But there's also this third way that we're using language models, I guess second way that we're using language models to allow you to code emergent behavior in this way.
Yeah, cool. So, and actually just to thanks for that. So if you're looking to get started, first thing you do is pick a setting. So if you go down here, scroll down to templates, you're able to pick a handful of rooms. Right now, I'd say dive bar is probably our best room. We're gonna update this with some new base rooms, but let's get started here with dive bar. So you're gonna press start game and then press edit here and make sure that you turn the play button off. So yeah, let's get started. We have our backdrop. So first, let's create a character. So, and one thing you need to remember if you're building is like everything in here can be moved around. I can drag and drop this over to here. So you want to look for your asset catalog. And so the first thing we're going to need is a character, right? So I'm going to drag in one of the people here. And so now we have a basic person, and then we need a prop. And so for this idea, I'm just going to do something really simple and stupid. So let's just say this one's just called I Gotta Poop. So what is your goal? You have to poop, and you need to convince the security guard to let you do it. I'm sorry it's so stupid, but I'm not that smart, and I thought that was funny. So that's what we're going with. So now we have our character, we have our props, we have our setting. Now we need to create a convince gate. So the way to do that is you're going to select the character here. So generic character. You can see they're now selected. And I'm going to go over here to logic. And so let's get a little more space in here.
We want to define their backstory first, or
I have no, it's fine. We should do that. That's what you should do. I'm just trying to speed run this, okay, and then I'll get to that in a little bit. So we're going to create a convince gate, right? So you see here at the button here, there's a plus convince. And so now we have a convince gate. And so the way that this works is part of the simulation is going to be listening. This character is going to be listening. Is this player talking about any given subject? So in this one, are they talking about that they need to poop or use the restroom? Okay, so basically whenever players are talking or any character is talking, this character will be listening. Hey, are they talking about this thing? And then if that is the case, then they're going to run a reasoning. It's going to basically reason on, has the player convinced the character to do this thing? So in this case, has the player convinced the character to allow them to use the restroom? And then just to make this easy for now, I'm going to say Just let them use the toilet. Okay, so we're going to keep this super simple for now. Now I'm going to press save. Make sure you're always saving stuff. I've been burned by that a lot. So the first time you press save, it resets, but don't worry, that's pretty normal. So yeah, now we have this generic character, and they have the toilet. And so yeah, let's just give this a test now. So I'm going to press, so you can go press play here for full screen, but let's just do some in-engine testing. So I'm going to go up to this character. I'm going to press control. Hey, hey, I really need you to use the restroom. Okay. I really need you to, oh, sorry. All right, I understand.
All right, I understand. I'll head towards the restroom now.
So even your bugs are fun. So the first thing, so it did work, which is great, but there's one thing missing, right? Which is the fifth step. We need a game over state, right? This, every good game needs to end, or it's not really much of a game. So let's go in here, and you can see here that the narrator said was convinced by the player, which is correct. But what we need to do here is we need to admit a game over state. So now when success happens, instead of it just saying something, it actually ends the game. And so let's save this and try again. I'm going to press play. Hey man, can I use the restroom? Okay. And now we're going to see a bug.
The conversation.
Okay, then
Click the button there.
yeah. And now
of course, my friend, the house holds no secrets.
Okay.
The rest.
Of course, my friend. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if we need the. So you can see here that we were able to very quickly code this up, and now we have a full. You could talk to them, and then there's a game over. Now it's super boring, right? To go back to the first thing, you need a really good concept for this. So, to make this a little more interesting, I'm just going to make a few changes. Again, I just want to show how easy this can be.
Dude, I have an idea. Oh, dude, I have an idea.
Okay, I already have an idea, but
I know you have an idea, and I might throw off your script, but
okay, let's do it.
Improvise. Let's go. What's up?
I think you should. The reason why he doesn't want you to let you use his toilet, is that he just used his toilet and he clogged it, and he doesn't want anyone to know.
Okay. So I'm going to say appearance. Well, it's a clogged toilet. I must, anyways, yeah. Okay, so a clogged toilet. I guess
this description. Not only is this toilet clogged, but it's also very stinky. Anybody who opens the lid may faint.
Very stinky. Using it might knock you out.
There you go.
This thing is foul.
There you go. Good.
And you should say who did it.
Oh yeah.
And the person responsible
is Yeah. So so I'm gonna say the guard. Oops. The guard just used this toilet, and man, it is clogged and stinky. Okay. Now I need to delete this other. Okay, sorry. There we go. Okay, so we got that, and then I'm going to put in the characters. What matters most. So we're going to say here, the guard. I'm going to say speaks in under 15 words. What should he speak like? Because we've messed up my script now. So I could still have him speak like Agent Smith from The Matrix, but I don't think that makes sense. I'm just going to say
2000 boom bap rapper.
Okay.
Right. So speaks like an early 2000s boom bap rapper. Okay. But sounds really embarrassed that he clogged the toilet.
Well, no,
no.
He doesn't want to reveal.
Oh, yeah. So
say that you.
Yeah. So
probably in the description, he doesn't want to reveal.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm just gonna say sounds really embarrassed, but I'm not gonna say what. Yeah. Right. Okay. And the good thing about this is it doesn't really matter about your spelling, but okay. So doesn't want to tell the player that he clogged the toilet. Won't let the player use the toilet unless they really convince him that it is an emergency.
Well, shouldn't that be on the convince gate?
Oh, yeah. That was part of my. I was going to make a mistake on purpose.
Oh,
but yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're ruining my video, man. You're changing my story. Got some backseat drivers over here.
Sorry.
No. But I think it's still worth testing. So Dan is right. But let's say I go up to him and I say, hey, I really have to use the toilet. So what you can see here is, he's going to say, it's an emergency, So, okay. So it managed to work this time. But what the issue is that as Dan mentioned, we haven't updated our logic gate, right? So the agent also, we need to change the agent so that it knows that what the backstory is too, right? So has the player convinced the character that this is a real toilet emergency? I'm going to say the guard, right? The guard is embarrassed that the toilet is clogged and won't let the player in unless it is an emergency. Okay. So any improvements to this prompt before I send it out? You think that seems okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so save.
You want the success to be a victory there under the game over.
Oh, yeah. You're right. And then good call there. So you can see on game over right now, it's actually having you. Yeah.
Prompt,
the player won.
Make a potty joke.
Make a potty joke. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's save it again here. So now we're going to jump in here. Hey, man, what's up with this toilet? Okay, let's see.
System acting up.
Why is the system acting up? Let's see if we can get him to admit the truth. Ain't nothing
but AG thing. Plumbing's just crazy.
Dude, we need to change these voices, but
No,
okay. So a 90s rapper, but talks like a robot girl.
Yeah.
But why is the plumbing acting crazy? Did you have something to do with it? Let's see if they're gonna tell us the truth or not.
Ain't saying nothing. Might be it had too much flow.
Ain't saying nothing. Okay. Let's see here. So is this open to the public? And again, this is super stupid, right, and simple. But again, we're just trying to do something with
Nah, man.
Totally.
Toilet's jammed.
Private session. That's great.
Private session.
Hey, this is a true toilet emergency. I have to go. Lives are on the line. Can I use the toilet? So I'm gonna see if this works. If I've convinced them it's worth it. Game over. There we go. So you can see here.
You've persuaded me, friend. But beware the beast within.
The beast within.
It's a stinker, capable of knocking even the stoutest mortal to the ground.
Yeah, so there you go.
Do you have a bit of vampire text in there? Why did you mention mortals?
There might be some vampire that snuck into the prompt.
Now, something to point out about the language gate as we designed it. You could make it ambiguously hard. It's very easy to tune the difficulty of this. We could have left it off of the convince gate, say, is very hard to convince. We could have just wrote the sentence, very hard to convince, instead of providing a specific solution. Like in this case, we said an out. We said, as long as you say it's an emergency, you basically win. But you could have made it much more ambiguous, or you could have made it much more specific. Sometimes I do cheat codes this way by triggering on specific words.
And that's poop is a secret cheat code that Dan has used many times. So it's kind of an inside joke. And you can see in this one, Nico has, jury-rigged this toaster with like all sorts of, flip. And if this happens, like you can start to mix all these together and do really complex things, which right now that's probably only possible for Nico and like one other engineer on the team.
We're working hard to fix that too.
Yes. But we've got right here. Yeah. So
we're in the process right now of like, you can see that this way of coding doesn't look pretty right now, but it should be very, very simple and very easy to do. And so we've done a lot of iterating, a lot of discussion about what is the best way to surface this scriptability to people who are not coders and is just extremely intuitive. So this is our latest thinking on that. It's something that's kind of similar to if you're familiar with like Unreal Blueprints or any sort of visual programming language, but also has a lot of the benefits of something more like Scratch, where the formatting is the layout of the nodes is automatic. So it's kind of like this interesting mix of both, where you don't have to worry about stringing things together in the right way, but it still uses a lot of the same visual language that a traditional nodes and wire system uses. And so this should be coming online pretty soon in the next coming weeks, and we'll probably share more on that later.
Okay.
Week? Sorry, singular?
I mean, months? Month?
It better be a week.
Okay.
Someone's in trouble.
Someone's in trouble. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. No. So anyways, yeah. So that is, I'd say, like a pretty good state of the, of things right now. And so, yeah, if you're interested in playing these, you want to make a video, or you want to try to make your own, like, definitely jump into the Discord, ask for access. We're happy to share it with anybody who, wants to use it for creation. We're going to open it up. At some point soon here, we're going to have an event happen where we're going to open up for everybody. I think that we're getting pretty close to wanting to do that event. So, definitely follow us on socials and all that if you want to get access to that. And another thing that I just want to call out too is that you can play any of these levels, and you can press remix or the edit button, and you can actually change it to be however you want, right? So you could go into this. I think that's actually, like, if you're a content creator and you want to make something really unique, I would recommend start with this one, and you can actually go in and change all the characters. Outside of just being able to change their voice, which is really cool, you can also go in here and change. Oh, sorry, she's Marta. You can go in and change how she looks. Okay, I'm sorry. With character, that's weird. Oh, no, because I'm press play. Okay. You can go in here. You can actually change how she looks. You can go in here and, randomize her. You can, like, she's got a pirate hat, anything. So you can go in, change these characters, make it custom for you. You can even, like, make yourself or make your friends or another YouTube creator and then get to play it with your community. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do with it today, and it's just going to get a lot more powerful. So, yeah, I think that is pretty much everything that we wanted to chat about today. Again, we're trying to do this every week on Thursdays around lunchtime, at least PST, and keep them short though. So any questions before we jump out, or any last words, Ryan?
No, man. It's amazing the progress that the team has made. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the content creators are excited to jump in. If you're a content creator and watching and you don't already have access, jump through the Discord. I dropped a link in the YouTube chat there. Happy to get you set up. And yeah,
man, cool. And by the way, I can't. Anyways, yeah. So JT2 Munchie mentioned he wants to get some unique characters in. So yeah, man. Let's. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but definitely get in the Discord, or reach out to Ryan. I'm happy to jump on a call and kind of show you, if you need any help, how to make your own unique voices. Cool, guys. Okay, if you can press end stream there. See you guys later. Bye.
Peace.